Welcome DGS School Report with James Duggan
and Harry Smith. Today's top stories.
Literacy progress has stalled. Sir Michael Wilshaw says our standards should be higher.
Belgium will send the crash victims' bodies home so families can pay their respects.
Katy Perry will perform a single from her upcoming album on the Let's Dance for Sport Relief final.
And tourists are outraged at the £15 charge to climb Big Ben.
But our top story today is that Ofsted says that literacy has stalled. England are currently being taken over by other leading countries. Ofsted chief Sir Michael Wilshaw says standards should be higher. We currently have an interview with Sam Fenton, who went to the primary school West Lodge and is a student at Dartford Grammar. What was your reaction to this news when you heard it?
Well, I do agree that as a country, our results for English and literacy do need to be higher. But for those who don't go to a particularly good school, maybe because they failed their 11 plus, maybe they won't get as good an education, and so that's why our average is low. But then there are very smart people that go to very good schools, and obviously they do very well in English and literacy.
Do you think what Sir Michael Wilshaw said was unfair in any way?
It is a bit harsh because there are some very bright people that do very well in English and literacy, but there are others that don't do so well.
Thank you for your time. Yesterday, we heard of the tragic crash in Switzerland, in which 28 people died with a further 24 children injured, some of which are in a critical state.
Today it was announced that Belgium would fly the bodies home to families so they could pay their respects to the deceased.
The accident was the most tragic in Swiss history for decades, although most of the victims were Belgian. Several people were Dutch who died as well.
In other news, it was confirmed that Katy Perry would be performing at this week's Let's Dance for Sport Relief final. The single will be Part of Me, and it's coming up on her album Teenage Dream, The Complete Confection.
Part of Me has already reached #1 in the US, and she was the 20th person ever to have a single debut on the Billboard Hot 100. It has also reached #1 in Canada and New Zealand.
She'll be appearing alongside JLS, who will sing the official Sport Relief single, Proud. Both singles will be released on Sunday, the 18th of March.
Now, it's currently free to climb the 334 steps of Big Ben, but from July 2012, you will be charged £15 for a tour, just in time for the Olympics. Tourists are outraged about this, but the House of Commons says it's essential in cutting costs in Parliament.
A debate is being held today about it. However, it is likely that the charge will be implemented. Only 9,000 to 10,000 people go on these tours each year, so it's a big question being asked on whether these charges are useful.
Thank you. This has been the DGS School Report with me, James Duggan.
And me, Harry Smith.